Just for
All right, on today's video, if you've been following my channel for a while, you know one of my favorite things to review on the channel is optics, especially pistol red dots. And this was sent to the channel by ADE, and I appreciate them sending it. And this is going to be the third ADE optic that I've reviewed on the channel. So this particular optic is the ADE Nuwa. And as you can tell by looking at it in the box, it is super small. And we are going to get into that here in a sec. So let's get this unboxed. So this is some pretty cool packaging. The way this is in here is the bottom of this pops off. So this pamphlet here, they basically want you to just go on to Amazon and leave a review. We got the battery, so might as well just get into that now. This is a CR1632 battery, and that's what this dot runs on. We've got the Torx wrench and all the different screws. We'll get these out in a sec. We'll see how many different screws came with this. We've got the owner's manual. We've got a nice rubber cover for the optic. And we got a cleaning cloth. And this pops out. And the optic is actually screwed on to this. And that is everything in the box. Alright, let's go over the screws. We've got a pack of 12mm length. These are 3 by 0.5. We got a 10mm length. These are the M4 by 0.7. And then we got the 7.5mm length in the same thing. And these are the 2 screws that came with the dot. I had it mounted to the packaging. Alright, there's our Torx wrench. Our Allen wrench. And we got our 1632 battery out of the packaging. Alright, let's get this battery compartment off. I'll take this Allen wrench. Put the battery in. Just like that. Cover back on. And it's real easy to get it started down in there. Alright, got our battery in, and I see a dot, so we are good to go. Alright, let's go over the dimensions on this dot. The length on this dot is 1.5 inches. The width on this dot, 0.88 inches, and the height is 0.89 inches. And the weight on this is only 0.55 ounces. Now I want to go over the footprint on this. This is the RMSC footprint. So this footprint on this dot is the same as the Swamp Fox Sentinel, I believe the SIG Romeo Zero, and the Holosun 407 and 507K. This dot is constructed of hard-coated aircraft-grade aluminum. and it has multi-coated lenses. This dot does not have shake awake, but it does have auto off after 90 minutes. Now the battery life on this is 100 to 300 hours, depending on the brightness setting. Now this dot is not waterproof, and it's rated up to 9mm. One last thing I forgot to mention to you before we get into the dot itself is this dot comes with a 1-year warranty. One thing that I really like about this dot is it does have a set of iron sights on the back if the dot fails. 2-dot white. Turn this dot on, hold this button right here for 1 to 2 seconds, and it will turn on. Focused in here. And right now we are on the brightest setting. Now the button that we use to turn it on is the same button we use to turn it down. So you just keep tapping it, and eventually it will cycle all the way to the end and then all the way back up. Now, even though it only has the one button, if you hold it down and turn it off, when you turn it back on, it goes right back to the setting that you had the brightness level on. So that's a pretty cool feature. Looking through this dot, it's pretty bright on the brightest setting. I don't think we're going to have any issues at all seeing it outside. And it's pretty crisp. I'm getting just a little bit of starbursting, but I do have astigmatism, so it's not the dot's fault. But it's a pretty impressive dot. Alright, I went and got 2 of my guns. This is my 365 XL. This has the Swamp Fox Sentinel on it, which is another micro red dot. And I've got my Rock Island 22 TCM 9mm. This has the Holosun 507K X2 on it, which is another micro red dot. So we'll start off with the SIG, and I will show you the size comparison of the 2 dots. So the Swamp Fox Sentinel on the SIG is a little bit taller, but not quite as wide as the ADE Nuwa. If I can get both the dots in focus here, the dot clarity and everything is about the same. Now let's compare the Nuwa to the Holosun 507K. If we look here, the height is about the same, but the width is wider on the Nuwa. Now, if we compare these 2 dots, the Holosun is all the way up, and the Nuwa is all the way up. And the Holosun is definitely a lot brighter. Alright, so let's get into the price point of this. The most expensive dot out of these 3 micros that I have here is the Holosun 507K X2. You're looking at $295 for this dot. And the Swamp Fox Sentinel right now is going for $225. And the ADE Nuwa, $109. And all 3 of these prices I got off of Amazon. The brightness of the dots, looking at both of them right now, this dot looks just as good as the Swamp Fox Sentinel. It does not look as good as the Holosun 507K. But you can buy 3 of these, almost, for the price of that Holosun. And you can buy 2 of these for the price of the Sentinel. So what we're going to do with this dot, we are going to test it out first on the 365 XL. Then we're going to do a second video, and we are going to test it out on the Rock Island 22 TCM 9mm 1911. Alright, I'm going to take the Nuwa and the 365 XL down to the bench, get this mounted up. I'll show you what it looks like. All right, there it is. We got it all mounted up on the 365 XL. And it looks really, really good on there. And if you can tell, that iron sight in the back co-witness is perfect with the front sight. Well, there it is. That is the unboxing video of the ADE Nuwa. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.